business owners, entrepreneurs, and even my ministry leaders. I don't know if you caught the first two parts of this three-part episode on what we're just totally dealing with in all of our epic failures of launching products and or services. We're gonna finish up today giving you 5 steps on how to launch a successful product or service. What's going on, everybody? Glenn P. Brooks Jr. here, author, speaker, coach. Super excited to be back again with you guys for the final installment on this 3-part series. And we've been talking about the 5 steps that you need to know if you want to successfully launch a product or service. Now, as we get into parts 4 and 5, or steps 4 and 5 here on this last part, I want you guys to ask yourself the question, are you implementing what we've been talking about? Oh, you don't know what we've been talking about? Do me a favor, make sure you go and check out the previous episodes. For right now, I want y'all to lean into this live discussion that I had with our MAPS Masterclass. As we finish this series out, we'll be back right after this.
Number 4, I want you to put this in the chat. Where and when? Here's the where and when question. Now we need to talk about marketing plan. Here's the challenge, guys. Most people who come up with a great product or service fail in this part right here. The marketing plan really isn't a plan. It's kind of something that they're doing as they go along. It's not something that you've committed to research. It's not something that you've committed to writing. It's not something that you thought through. When we're talking about marketing, we're really talking about, at its core, combining a well-defined, quantifiable objective with a thoughtful approach on how it can be achieved. That in of itself requires you to sit down for a second and to map out on paper what makes sense here from a marketing strategy. So for example, I am now doing a marketing strategy where I have launched a Facebook ad campaign specifically for this particular community, for the MAPS Masterclass community for Q1. I put together a video that speaks to the need of my target client, and I have now laid out a researched marketing plan as to how I will market that product and or that service to a group of people that should say yes. We just started it the other day. We've already got some traction. People are already clicking the link and they're looking at the webinar opportunity where I'm going to get them in a room so that they can know, like, and trust, learn to know, like, and or trust me. And then from there, my goal is to be able to close them and level them up into a program that can help answer their need. That's marketing. When somebody decides to spend $5 million for a Super Bowl ad, that's marketing. It's positioning them in front of their target audience so that when they leave that Super Bowl, they've got Toyota on their mind, or they've got Pizza Hut on their mind, or Papa John's, or whatever the case may be, Budweiser, you name it, whoever they want to position their products and services for. The question is, would they come to a Super Bowl? Would they watch it on TV? Are they in the building? Then let me position myself and let me be able to market to that community. Effective marketing plans, I need you guys to understand this, will change and or evolve over time. The plan shouldn't be a massive undertaking. I need y'all to hear this. When you're putting together a marketing plan, it should not be this massive thing that's so big that you can't even figure it out, or it becomes something that bogs you down. It should be really very simple. I don't have time to get into that today. I'm going to do a future workshop around this, but the idea of it is how can I put this in the place where it can have the most effect? Marketing should be simple, relatively speaking. The more complex it is, the harder it is to keep up with. This is where now you really need professionals to be able to run your marketing campaigns. They should not be extensive and they should not be lengthy. It should be designed to get yourself where you need to be rather quickly. Number 5, here's the how part. So for those of you who may be just jumping in, we're talking about 5 steps to a successful product and or service launch. Number 1, we said step 1 is about the who. It is who is your target or ideal client. Number 2, it's about the why. The why, meaning the problem statement. Have you clearly really articulated in the language that your target client speaks the why? Why should they even care? Why should they be thinking about this product? Number 3, we said it was the what. It's the product product positioning. Are you positioning yourself to get in front of? In front of. I need y'all to hear that word, in front of. I want my target client to pretty much walk right into me. So for that reason, I may position myself at a Sunday morning service where they going to church anyway. Now they have no choice but to run into me. That's positioning. Does that make sense? I'm going to position myself in a webinar where I've promoted and talked about where they're going to run into me, and now they're going to have access to me, and therefore they probably will take advantage of the product or the service that I'm launching. Number 4, we said the where and the when. It's the marketing plan. This is where timelines become important. This is where a calendar becomes important. I'm going to reverse engineer where I want to be. If I want to launch a product or service that will hit in Q1 of 2021, I need to be talking about that in Q4. I don't need to wait to Q1. I got to be talking about that. That's a part of my marketing plan. My marketing plan at its core is going to be a well-defined, quantifiable objective. There is an end game here with a thoughtful approach on how it can be achieved. I will have researched that, especially when it comes to now spending money or advertising dollars to make sure that your marketing plan goes well. And the last one we said is the how. This is now the plan implementation. I want y'all to hear this. No product launch has ever gone completely to plan. The difference between success and failure is often attributed to how one adjusts to the unexpected. That's why this business has no room for your emotion. Let me help you guys understand this. If I get too emotionally connected to my launch, then what will happen is that I will not see the opportunity to pivot when I need to. Because here's what I am going to submit. And I've talked to people, I get to work with entrepreneurs and business owners who have this notion that it's going to go this way, period. There is no other way. That's the only way it goes. And they've been sorely and sadly mistaken when it goes. And here's the problem. When it decides to go another way, now they're in denial. No, that can't be happening. That's not what I planned. And in this case, this is where you get stuck. And then that launch for that product or service becomes an epic fail. Not because it wasn't good, but because you couldn't make the adjustment. And so I know I've sped through that. I can't wait for this future opportunity, of which I will be letting all of you guys know as soon as we launch that. But I'm going to get into this even deeper. This is just skimming the surface, guys, of what it takes to be able to successfully launch any product or service. It's going to take patience. It's going to take planning, and it's going to take a heck of a lot of execution and understanding. Take your time, lean into it, and don't give up on the process.
Well, guys, that wraps it up. I really hope that these 5 steps will help you, because here's what I'm gonna promise you. I don't think that successful products and service launches are accidental. I think they're highly intentional. I know that whenever I lose and I don't successfully launch something, it has to do with one of these 5 steps. I've either skipped a step or I have not done one well. If you want help, if you are in the throes of launching a product or service and you think that we can help you, we would love the opportunity to do that. Do me a favor, click one of the links in the description. We will be happy to jump on a live discovery call with you so that we can figure out if we're a fit. At the end of the day, here's what I'm gonna promise you guys. We all need some help. Y'all be good. I'll see you on the next episode of Bootstrapping Business and Ministry. Hey guys, if any of these videos that we're doing, this content is of any value to you, I want to ask you a huge favor. Can you please like, share, and subscribe to our channel? Also, do me a huge favor. Check out one of the videos that's circling around if you want to catch some other content that we've done, because I promise you this, guys, you can't get to any place of significance by yourself. We all need some help.